If you're over 50, the first 20 minutes after you wake up might matter more for your health than anything you do at the gym. Not because of some secret biohack, because of biology. Your hormones, your blood pressure, your joints, and even your mood are all more sensitive right after sleep than at any other point in the day. Get that window wrong, and you're fighting stiffness, brain fog, and energy crashes before you've even had breakfast. Get it right, and you set the tone for everything else. Today, I'm walking you through 5 morning habits backed by real research that can genuinely help you feel steadier, sharper, and stronger as you get older. Nothing extreme, nothing expensive, just small shifts that compound. Habit number 1. Don't jump out of bed. Sit up slowly first. This sounds almost too simple to matter, but here's what's actually happening in your body overnight. While you sleep, your blood pressure naturally dips, a process doctors call nocturnal dipping. It's healthy and normal, but the moment you sit up or stand too fast, your body has to quickly redirect blood flow against gravity, and after 50, that system doesn't respond as fast as it used to. This is one of the most common reasons people feel dizzy or lightheaded first thing in the morning, and in some cases, it's a real contributor to falls, which we know become more serious with age. The fix is almost embarrassingly simple. When your alarm goes off, don't spring up. Sit on the edge of the bed for 30 to 60 seconds first. Let your feet touch the floor, take a few breaths, maybe do some gentle ankle rolls or shoulder shrugs, then stand up slowly. This gives your cardiovascular system time to catch up, and it dramatically lowers your risk of that dizzy, unsteady feeling that can lead to a stumble. If you regularly feel lightheaded when standing, especially if it happens most mornings or gets worse, that's worth mentioning to your doctor. It can sometimes be related to blood pressure medication, dehydration, or other things that are easy to address once you know about them. Habit number 2. Get natural light in your eyes within the first hour. This one might be the single most underrated habit for people over 50, and almost nobody talks about it. Here's why it matters. Your body runs on an internal clock called the circadian rhythm, and that clock is primarily set by light hitting your eyes, particularly in the morning. As we age, our natural melatonin production changes, and many older adults find their sleep becomes lighter, more fragmented, or they wake up too early. Getting real sunlight early in the day is one of the most well-supported ways to help reset that rhythm. You don't need to do anything complicated. Step outside for 10 to 15 minutes, sit on your porch with your coffee, take a short walk. Even standing by a window with the curtains open helps, though actual outdoor light is stronger and more effective even on a cloudy day than indoor lighting. This simple habit has been linked to better sleep quality, more stable mood, and steadier energy throughout the day. And here's the added bonus. Morning light exposure paired with gentle movement, even just walking to get your mail, supports healthy vitamin D levels too, which becomes increasingly important for bone health as we get older. If you live somewhere with long, dark winters, this habit becomes even more valuable, and some people find a light therapy lamp helpful during those months. But the free version, actual daylight, works well for most people most of the year. Habit number 3. Hydrate before you caffeinate. Here's something a lot of people don't realize. You lose water overnight just through breathing and normal bodily processes, so you wake up mildly dehydrated every single day. And after 50, your sense of thirst becomes less reliable. Your body doesn't send the same clear signal it used to, which means many older adults are walking around dehydrated without even feeling thirsty. Mild dehydration doesn't just affect your energy. It can affect concentration, mood, joint comfort, and even how dizzy you feel when you stand up, which ties right back into habit number 1. So before you reach for coffee or tea, try drinking a full glass of water first. You don't need anything fancy, room temperature or cool, whatever you prefer. Some people like adding a pinch of salt or a squeeze of lemon, which is fine, but plain water works just as well. This doesn't mean cut out your coffee. Coffee and tea absolutely count toward your daily fluids for most people, and there's decent evidence that moderate caffeine intake is fine and even has some benefits for many adults. This habit is simply about putting water first, so you're not starting the day already running on empty.
A good general target most days is somewhere around 6 to 8 cups of fluid spread throughout the day, though your needs shift based on activity level, climate, and any medical conditions. So it's worth a quick conversation with your doctor if you're unsure what's right for you.
Habit number 4, move your joints before you move your body. If you've noticed you feel stiffer in the morning than you did in your 30s, you're not imagining it. Cartilage and the fluid that lubricates your joints, called synovial fluid, tend to thicken overnight when you're still. That's part of why the first few steps out of bed can feel creaky, especially in your knees, hips, or lower back. The good news is this responds really well to gentle movement. I'm not talking about a workout. I'm talking about 2 or 3 minutes of simple mobility before you do anything else. Some ankle circles, gentle knee bends holding onto a chair or counter, rolling your shoulders, a slow, easy stretch reaching your arms overhead, maybe a few gentle spinal twists while seated. This isn't exercise in the traditional sense. It's more like waking up your joints on purpose instead of forcing them to catch up while you're rushing around the kitchen. This small habit has real downstream benefits. People who build in a bit of morning mobility often report less stiffness throughout the day, better balance, and an easier time easing into more structured exercise later, whether that's a walk, swimming, strength training, or whatever you enjoy. Think of it as a warm-up for your whole day, not just your workout. Habit number 5, eat protein early instead of skipping straight to carbs and caffeine. This is the habit that surprises people the most. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at building and maintaining muscle, a process related to something called anabolic resistance. In plain terms, it means older adults generally need more protein per meal than younger adults to trigger the same muscle-building response. And muscle mass matters enormously for healthy aging. It affects your strength, your balance, your metabolism, and your ability to stay independent. Here's the problem. A lot of traditional breakfasts, think toast, cereal, a pastry, a bagel, are heavy on carbohydrates and very light on protein. That's not a disaster occasionally, but if it's your daily pattern, you may be missing an easy opportunity to support your muscles every single day. The fix doesn't require a dramatic diet overhaul. Aim for a source of protein at breakfast. That could be eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, a protein smoothie, smoked salmon, or even leftover chicken or beans from last night's dinner. There's no need to obsess over exact grams, but many nutrition researchers suggest somewhere in the range of 25 to 35 grams of protein at breakfast as a reasonable, realistic target for most older adults, adjusted for your body size and any medical guidance you've received. Pairing that with movement later in the day, especially some form of resistance or strength-based activity, gives your body what it needs to actually use that protein to maintain muscle. If you have kidney issues or other conditions that affect protein intake, this is one to run by your doctor first, since recommendations can differ based on individual health needs. So let's bring this together. 5 habits, and none of them requires special equipment, expensive supplements, or hours of extra time. Sit up slowly instead of jumping out of bed to protect your blood pressure and reduce dizziness. Get outside for natural light early to support your sleep and your mood. Drink water before your coffee to start the day properly hydrated. Spend a couple of minutes on gentle joint movement to ease that morning stiffness. And prioritize protein at breakfast to support the muscle strength that keeps you steady and independent for years to come. What I really want you to take from this isn't a rigid checklist. It's the idea that small, consistent habits, repeated daily, tend to matter more than occasional big efforts. You don't need to do all 5 perfectly starting tomorrow. Honestly, picking just one, maybe sitting up slowly or getting outside for 10 minutes and doing it consistently for the next couple of weeks will teach you more about how your body responds than trying to overhaul your entire morning overnight. And one more thing worth saying clearly, these habits are meant to support your health, not replace medical care. If you're dealing with ongoing dizziness, ongoing fatigue, joint pain that isn't improving, or anything that feels off, please talk to your doctor. These habits work best alongside good medical guidance, not instead of it. If this video was helpful, do me a favor and hit like. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who are looking for realistic, honest health information instead of hype.
Drop a comment and let me know which of these 5 habits you're going to try first. Or if you already do one of them, I'd love to hear how it's worked for you. And if you're not subscribed yet, consider joining the Golden Vitality community. We put out new videos regularly on practical ways to stay strong, sharp, and independent as the years go by. Thanks so much for watching. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.